Hey everybody, this is Chris from Thundercast of Grayskull. We're going to sit back and do a special review of the Mondo 2000X He-Man. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. We got the Mondo 2000X He-Man, the non-timed edition. This is just a regular edition that you end up getting for about, 95 bucks. Now, with this one, I love the attention to detail that they gave this guy. If you notice, not only is the sword actually it's decorated almost perfectly. You also have the shield that comes with, and look at that freaking sculpt work to it. Oh my god. Now, we're going to go to the back here, and we're going to turn this up. Look at that. Look at the battle axe. Look at that mechanical freaking battle axe. The wire included. Like, that is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And for anybody who's wondering, what is this for? I'm about to show you. Let's get his sword out of his hand. Granted, we all know he doesn't want to let go of his sword. So, but, dun 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 dun, fits perfectly. Look at that. Bam. Oh, and we'll get to the articulation here in a moment, but oh my god, look at this. He looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love the fact of the matter that, for one, they did the same thing what they do with their 12-inch line, where they actually add the fur on the loincloth, top of the boots. That freaking sculpt, that attention to detail is amazing. I know I just got done saying it, but I'm at awe at this point in time. That is absolutely amazing. And for a 7-inch scale, come on, Mattel, why can't you do this? We know that you can do this. This is living proof right here. Living proof. You can do this. Why not? Just do it. We will definitely spend top dollar for something of this magnitude. So, and well, let's go ahead and get to all of his accessories right quick. Well, we have the axe, we have the power sword, we have the shield, we have two separate head sculpts. Look at them. Oh my god. You have the stoic one right here, where he is literally, just nothing phases me. I got this. We got the completely mad, and I'm about to obliterate you. Love it, love it. And they're extremely easy to swap in and out. Like, the parts are amazing to swap out. They're firm, yet they just go in like butter. You got your double fist right here, just in case he's deciding to punch somebody. He's got the open hands, and they're not like the Mattel open hands. It's more of like a graceful, like I'm just having my hand open kind of ordeal, which is great. So let's take a little bit closer look at the actual figure here. Now, when I said that he's eating, like the parts are easy to release, watch this, pop. There's no struggling at all, but it's firm. It has that right there. It gives just enough. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it gives just enough to hold it in, but not enough where you feel like when you try swapping the hands that you're gonna break the dang figure. And look at this. Let's take this hand off. I want y'all to see the back of this. Like, we're going to get that in the light. Look at that. Look at that detail. Oh my God. The wiring and everything. That is incredible. We're going to take another shot at the front of it again. Still, I'm still, my jaw's still on the ground. Oh my God. Amazing. Another piece of accessory we really don't want to miss. It comes with a stand. So you can do all the poses, and it has multiple points of articulations. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus you can move that side to side. You can do all types of crazy photos with it. It's amazing. I love it. So let's put his, oh yeah, and another thing before I get look, it comes on and off. Easy, like butter, but it fits in so right. And look at that. Look at that. Straight up. Anybody who grew up watching the show, or if you got into watching the show, amazing. And when I say easy, look at this. I'm doing this with one hand, man. Oh my God. Now, you might need two hands just kind of cinching in, but look at that. Did you hear any fighting on that? I didn't. Look at that. The movement is amazing. Now, we're going to get his weaponry out right quick. I will say this. When I was putting in the battle axe down here, just be a little careful when you're putting it in and out because it is quite snug. But it comes out just nice. Now, when you get the figure, he has a whole bunch of plastic on him, pretty much to secure the deco and everything. Deco meaning the paint and whatnot, and you don't want to do rub off. Like, he had this felt stuff that went over top that kind of protected the chest and everything else from the deco of the harness, which was cool. However, the harness is easy to come off. When I say easy, now, did you notice that articulation right there? Literally, I didn't have to fight with it. And I just got him out of package. When I say it's easy, boom. That easy. Literally, that easy. Comes over the head. That easy. Come on, Mattel. You need to tighten up, man. Y'all need to work on your stuff. Like, look, right here. Bam. It works. Oh my God. Like with the hands, if you wanted to take them off and take the bracers off, it's literally this simple. It isn't a fight. Oh my God, it comes off, comes on. Now, the only part of him that I have not tried to take off and whatnot is the belt. The reason why is the only part that I think that comes apart is back here, but I'm not trying to give it a try because it was not, I attempted and it was a little bit too tight, but we're not, hey, look, I'm not about to break the figure right when I get him. However, if he's running around and just looking like this, hey, I'll give it to him. But look at this sculpt work. Oh my God. And like the top of the chest right here, this isn't hard plastic. Not like it would be with the Mattel. This is actually squishy. Like squishy. Which is really great. But he has, like, look at, and like anybody who works out or who's ever worked out and they know anatomy, look at this sculpt work as far as the muscularity. Like, that is amazing. He's got lats like it ain't nothing. He's got the rhombus. He's got the triceps. And, well, trapeze. Now, his triceps right here, look at that. Look how wide they are compared to everything else. That looks like some golden era bodybuilding right there. That is what we've needed, Mattel. We need that. That's that right there. That's the money shot right there. It isn't just the bicep. Tricep is a majority of the arm, of the upper arm. That right there actually makes it look bam, banging. And if you don't believe me, bam. You see that? Look at that. Oh, looks amazing. Now we'll do the upper crunch. Look at that. Because this is so pliable, you can get that extra articulation. Look at that. Boom. That's not even without the waist moving. This is with the waist moving. Look at that. Boom, boom. You can move that back. Boom. And then boom. Amazing. Yes, you do got a little bit of gap back here and whatnot, which is, for me, hey, this is a figure. This is not a mini human that you can just pose and move around wherever you want to. That's fine with me. That is great. Now, and look at that vein work right there. And also in the shoulder. Man, they paid a lot of attention to not only the character, but also actual anatomy. And that right there goes a long way. You even got veins in the forearm, which is great. So, if we look a little bit deeper, look at that right there. Bam. Okay. That right there, rock on. I like when I can actually see how the figure is sculpted, and up, down. You got a nice little, you have movement in here, which is good. And anybody who wants to complain about action figures and saying, oh, it should be a certain way or it should move a certain way, guess what? Go and make your own, bro. Just go and make your own. There's enough 3D printing stuff in this world. Hey, you can do it. And if you come out with a new style, man, hey, rock on. I want to see it because I want better figures. But I'm happy with what I got right here. Yep. And this is not connected to the actual loincloth, as you can see. It is free flowing, which is kind of cool because, I mean, when you get them up in different poses, you kind of want that loincloth to kind of set just right. So, let's get his gear back on him, and then we're going to start doing a little bit more comparison with everybody else. But before we do that, before I completely lose articulation, because everybody likes to see, can he do the Van Damme splits? Well, I'll say yes, he can do the Van Damme splits. Not only can he do the Van Damme splits, but look at this double knee. Boom, he feels like a princess. He's still on the ankle rocker, which is cool. Lot of stability there. And I don't know if anybody knows this, especially with these style wrists or whatnot. If, say, the wrist isn't going exactly the way you want to because of where the cut is for it to bend, you can always lift it up and move it around. Move it and put your thumb right there and hold it and kind of move it, and bam, there you go. You got it right there wherever you want it. Little tricks of the trade. Some people know it, some people don't. But we're here to help everybody and also give insightful information. Now, let's get his gear back on him, and then we'll do comparisons with some more Motu. All right, now we're going to do a comparison with the OG 2000X He-Man. Yes, if you got him, you know it. So, with the comparison, Four Horsemen, yeah, articulation really wasn't there. However, the sculpt was still on point and amazing. We still don't really get this style of sculpt work nowadays. We really don't. Mattel's getting close, especially with their Chronicles line and with the new Eternia line that they had been doing. Gotta actually give it to them. Now, we're going to see if we can let, if both He-Mans will let go of their power swords. Kind of doubt that one because, he's very partial to that. I know. I'll give it back. Calm down, man. Don't beat me. See, look, He-Man's already in a huffy. Okay, what about you? You going to give it? Thank you. I'll give it back. I promise. I will give it back. Don't be trying to rush upon people. Good Lord. Both of the He-Man, they're all feisty. All right, let's do a comparison with the power swords. My God, I love it. If you notice that they transitioned things and kept things very close, very close. Look at that. Look at the gear work. They actually layered everything properly. They extended the power sword, the blade right there. They extended it and narrowed it down, but they did not lose anything in it. They kept it going. They did add quite a bit. Like they added the wire and everything else at the top over here, which was really great. Their attention to detail is absolutely amazing. We're going to flip it over. Bam. Still the same thing. They kept it up and they added just a little bit more. And even with the more deco hits over here with the yellow and everything, I'm still in awe. They did an awesome, amazing job. Mondo, you guys rock. They even put the emblem in it. Granted, the OG, it has just the normal cross in it, but they actually gave the He-Man cross on. That is awesome. The Techno Power Sword, awesome. Granted, for anybody who doesn't know, the Techno Power Sword was because of the fact of in the original concept for the 2000X Skeletor, the reason why he has the dual swords that convert into one is because he got both halves of the power sword and fused them together, and that's what it looked like for him. And Man-at-Arms turned around and made Adam a Techno Power Sword so he can call on the power. But this, oh my God, amazing. I love the homage. Mondo, you guys, you felt the love, the love, and it shows with the figure. So, let's look at the battle axes next. And wow, they kept the wiring going. They added a little bit more deco. They even kept, I'm going to put this down for a second because I want y'all to notice something. Right here, that little line right there, that's actually wiring. It's supposed to come down through here and the wiring is supposed to come up. Now, I want you to notice something that Mondo did. The wiring comes down and it comes back through right there. Look at that. That is awesome. Love it. They did it on both sides. And they even kept the cross in there. Wow. They kept this cross. Oh my God. It looks like they merely just enhanced everything, which is great. They kept everything and enhanced it. Granted, their version of the 2000X Battle Axe is not as big as the OG, but I mean, hey, I'm not complaining because that looks like something that He-Man would wreck some people with. It's like they literally took this and sharpened it up quite a bit. Because look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. And even the handle. They spared no expense on deco at all. This was every bit worth the $95 that we all spent just for the non-time released. I'm still waiting on my time release to get here, along with Clawful. Also put in the order for Skeletor and Man-at-Arms. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get two of them because I wanted to get a second one so I can do up the snake face and have his own little thing going on. But hey, I digress. We're going to move on to the shield. Oh, Look at that. Look at it. It's like they kept it, but they enhanced it. Like they kept the same shape. They kept how it was supposed to be. They put more deco hits to it. You even like on the OG, you see that cross section right here. You see the wiring. Let me see if I can get it closer. See that cross section? You see the wiring right there? Why not keep that in mind for one moment? The cross section right here where it looks like it's kind of like a circuitry pattern, and then you got the wiring going in. Oh my god, and look at all that right there. All those small deco hits. It's, man, amazing. You definitely get your money's worth with this. Let's flip it over right quick. And still, that right there, honestly, you still get the wiring and everything else like that. And guess what Mondo did? They did it up. Oh yeah, they did it up. They kept it together, and they still kept the same pattern. It's like they made it a little bit more crisp and hit deco with it. Oh my god, you can't tell me that these guys don't love Motu at all. Oh my god, completely amazing. So we're gonna move from the OG and we're gonna do some recent 2000X. Alrighty, now is a slight comparison with our recent. We have the Origins basic style. This is, of the 2000X He-Man. This right here came from the 4-pack collection. Yes, I do have the regular edition, but I figured I'd bring out the Chrome edition for you. The anniversary style that came with the wonderful TV box looking, where you took it out and it looked like, each individual era. And we also have the 2000X cartoon edition. Here in a little while, after we get done with this, I'm going to also do a comparison with my custom of him. But if you look at it, it's like, I love the fact that that Mattel, they gave some green to him and whatnot. They gave some deco hits, a little extra deco hits for him and whatnot. Pretty good. I wish they would have done that for the cartoon version, but hey, it isn't nothing that a Gunpla marker can't fix. Trust me, I'll show y'all here in a little while. Now, the size difference is there mainly because, you got the Origin style versus, the 7-inch scale. However, I think they all look great, especially with the fact it's like, it's like Mattel's trying to move up over here, but Mondo's blowing them straight out the water. Not only the sculpt, but also the articulation to it, but it's almost like a Masterverse style figure. However, I can't help but just smile because they're all in the same genre, and you can feel the love from all of it. Coming from the OG in the back to the Origin to the cartoon to the Mondo. You gotta love it. You gotta give it up to them. Now, we're going to do something a little extra to it. We're going to give a little bit more. So, wait right there. Alrighty, back with another comparison. This is my custom. This is my version of the 2000X He-Man. This is a combination of the 2000X and the cartoon collection Faker. Because mainly it was, the legs. For anybody who doesn't know, if you get the 2000X cartoon collection, swap the shins to make it more, correct as far as anatomy is concerned, because they swapped them over. It doesn't look right. But if you look at it, with mine, compared to my custom, hey, he looks like the little brother that's trying to be like the big brother. A little bit of paint and whatnot, a little bit of more deco hit where it counts, whatnot. But in all honesty, the Mondo is still giving the cake. I might actually end up flocking the loincloth and the top of the boots, kind of give it that, that fur texture and whatnot. But yeah, Mondo blew it out of the dang water. I'm glad at the fact that they actually did it in a 7-inch scale, because man, I love the detail work that they have done with their 12-inch line. Love it. The price point a little too high for me, whatnot, but could I see myself buying it? Yes, but was it in the scale in which I normally collect, which is 7-inch, and also the Origins line? No, I just don't have the shelving for it. I don't have the space for it. Maybe one of these days. There's always eBay and other third-party sales. But hey, I'm not complaining. I love what I got here. I can't wait for the timed edition. So we got one more comparison, and we'll move him off to the side just slightly, because we're going to bring Grandpappy back in it, because now we got King Grayskull joining the mix, and that because everybody in the everybody loves the classics. And let's see how he holds up to classics. Classics, yeah, they don't have all the articulation and everything like the newer figures do, but the sculpts are still impeccably amazing. So let's see. Does he, muscle-wise, does he still hold up to his grandfather? Oh, yeah. He still holds up. Like, now, look at that. Look at that. Look at them arms. He got arms for days. Look at all that. Oh, my God. Like, oh my God, they gave it. Now, I'm not knocking the Four Horsemen. I mean, they did muscularity like you never saw when these figures came out. Completely amazing. I wish they would have actually gave the cloth capes. This cape right here. Yes, I still have the original cape. He just kept coming off. So I went ahead and put it on the new, Masterverse King Grayskull cape on there, which, in my opinion, it works better, especially when you put him on Battle Lion. However, I love the fact that they gave like the fur accents. Amazing. And yeah. And I did have to throw in the 2000X classic style sword with King Grayskull, because anybody grew up with the show, we know what sword he was rocking. So, I think he holds up great. I think it's a good evolution for figures and for how figures have actually come about, because this right here, in a lot of people's minds, classics is the creme de la creme. It is the seat of perfection. But I have to disagree with what I'm seeing with Mondo. I mean, they literally, if they continue on with this 7-inch line, I'm all in. Completely. I am 100%. Look at that. Look at that sculpt work. Like, oh my God, look at that. Like, even the rivets for the cordite crystals, they're even mounted on there. Oh my God. Like, even the tops here. Like, there has not been a part that has not been touched by paint on here, and which is amazing. Like, even look at the back where the holster is, even has rivets in it. That is honestly absolutely amazing. And yeah, it was $100. A little bit more because of the tariffs. But was it well worth them? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All day, yes. God, yes. Am I happy to have this figure? Yes. Do I hope you guys end up getting them? If you didn't order them, if you don't have them, and if you're into Motu and you love like the Masterverse scale, do it, because in all honesty, does he fit up with your Masterverse as far as height comparison? Oh God, yes he does. And yes, we're using the 40th anniversary He-Man. It's like, yeah, his chest is a lot bigger. Gotta give it to him. It's like he gave, the chest wise, he does have that old school golden era bodybuilder wise. Arm wise, he ain't got nothing on the 2000X. That's how it's supposed to be. If this one thing I can honestly gripe about with Mondo, if they would have gave that style chest with this buck and a little bit more lats, like what they did with the classics right here, if they would have did that, perfection. You would have had the golden era bodybuilder straight out, and that's honestly, that's where He-Man comes from. Even the original rotoscope actor was a golden era bodybuilder. Sorry to bust anybody's bubble, but that was the truth. Now, if they would have did that, cool. But I understand. 2000X, that right there was a leaner, slicker, style. But still, that right there is the epitome of what I would say, how He-Man looks. So, we're going to wrap this up. So, everybody, let me know. Did you get the Mondo 2000X He-Man? Are you going to get him? Are you going to hunt him down and go, hey, I got to have him now? Let me know. Put them down in the comments. But remember, by the power of Grayskull, we keep up the Code of Thundera. Alright? You guys have a great one. Have an awesome day. Catch you next time.